What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 5 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Throgg campaign. So as we saw last time, we sailed all the way up north to the Aghole Waste to successfully confederate the Aghole and got us some nice territories. I think one of the slight gaffes in this particular campaign is I could have waited a little while to confederate some of the Norskens, a little bit of a longer while, because just as we see with the Aghole, they already started with some of the higher buildings. Like, they already have they already have 2 level 3 Norsken villages here, and we, on the other hand, are just not capable of this. It seems the AI cheats with growth as well as it cheats with everything else, like money. So, like, this tiny little faction had everything basically maxed out already, so, I mean, more of the stuff we would have taken could have had that, but I suppose then we would have been warring around here longer as well, and I really didn't want to see Norsken on Norsken fighting for ages upon ages, and we still have to go all the way over here to take the Gormadni tribe and all the way over here to take the Hmong, so that'll take a while as well. Now, so as somebody pointed out, for the vile knowledge, Throgg does need to win a total of 20 battles against the Norskens, which does mean that there are 15 remaining. I can do basic math, look at me. So I think what we'll do is we'll have Wulfric, because this doesn't specify that it's Throgg in particular that needs to win these, that needs to win this. Oh, and of course Skeggy. Skeggy actually does a decent job of surviving generally, as I've seen in these campaigns, so maybe they'll die this time, so we shouldn't rely on it anyway. To get the 15 battles out of these guys, I think what we'll do is, since I said I'm going to be building Wulfric on this side of the map, we'll have him deal with the Hmong, and as somebody else pointed out in another comment, it's not a bad idea to actually go to war with the Deadwood Sentinels, in particular of all the Dark Elf races, mostly because the other Dark Elves don't seem to like them. I will have to verify that, I guess, by, you know, checking all their diplomacy. It seems that they're okay with Kar, but the fact is, this may change very quickly, and Harganeth really doesn't like them because they're already at war with them, and I guess they share territory and a border, so that does make sense. At the very least, it will allow us an inroad with Harganeth, and I really don't want to piss them off, so that works for me. Plus, Hellebron seems like a decent ally, as long as she's not trying to take your skull and your blood and whatever. Anyway, in the meantime, we have Throgg in the sea here. As I said, I didn't want to keep him in the north, so we're going to go for jumping around from this one island to this Skull Island in particular, because we really need the cash. Also, between the episodes, I decided to start making cash out of all of our territories, because we hit a point where we now have several upgrades for buildings that we can no longer afford. So until we have the cash to afford them once again, I'm going to keep generating that cash. When some of the public order gets too low, like I feel like one of them is already, yeah, this one, 65 and -5 per turn. We'll have to turn the Hellspire Mountains back off for a little while soonish. But, yeah, let's make cash in the meantime. I really don't want to be losing cash. Anyway, let's go over here. I believe shipwrecks have battles, although I'm not 100% sure. I feel like it's a considerably easier battle, so, yeah, okay, honestly, this doesn't really need to be fought, does it? We'll fight the Skull Island. This is just trash. I'm going to be ignoring at least some battles from now on, at least the super easy ones, because we've had a lot of cinematic battles against relatively easy armies already. Well, actually, not relatively easy armies, but armies that we definitely would have won. I still wouldn't have auto-resolved any of those, because there were a lot more Norskens to fight there, and some of them we had to kill them, but not kill certain units, so there we are. Anyway, let's go for Sacrifice Captives. Even though the weapon strength would have helped us against the Skull Island, I really don't want to... there we go. Another 3k. I don't want to waste that. Now, we are going to go into Drakkar stance and into Troll Fjord, because I would like Throggy to heal up to full this time before the Skull Reef. In fact, I could move out like this, so I think we go to the edge here. It really depends on how much Throgg heals in the, in the territory outside of his settlement. So we could also go around to Pack Ice Bay. That seems a little bit far. Demolish the Frog. Okay, yeah, we got some quests and stuff. Okay, I think we can also spend some of the cash that we now have, and also Throgg has leveled up. Oh. Wulfric has a basic Talisman of Protection. He's not going to be up. We'll probably win another one. He can keep it for now. I think we have to give him back the Banner of Black Iron Reavers, though. Because I believe that was his originally. It doesn't really apply to a lot of Throgg stuff. Let's get the last level of Frostbitten for Throgg, which levels up a lot of the stuff in his army. Skinwolves and all the trolls. I feel like this doesn't affect Bile Trolls, which is a little bit unfortunate because of his brother over here. Kind of hard to tell. You know what I should have done? I should have checked before. Is the upgrade to his melee attack from his rank, or is it, or his rank odor, or is it from the from any of these upgrades? I just don't know. Oh well, that's fine. That is fine. We're gonna have to sit here. Let's spend a little cash before ending that turn. And there have been a few good name suggestions that I'm gonna put in there soonish. I don't like to put in name suggestions for troops that I guarantee will die, because yeah, that feels bad, and then I try really, really hard to keep them alive, but you know what, like, Marauders and Throgg's army, they're all gonna get replaced. I mean, that's pretty much a given. Let's also build, let's build these guard shacks up. They're not going to give us anything in terms of cash, but it'll prevent us needing to constantly go over here to keep these places from dying. So we don't have one in Bay of Blades. It needs to be level 3. That's a little bit steep, but I guess it's, I guess we need the cash more than we do that right now. So I guess we'll keep that. And let's see, we have another 3.7k. Let's see. Oh, Aisling's Conclave. You know what? We don't... Oh, we do have a public order building here. Oh, and we gotta keep an eye out on the new sorcerers, because we do gotta get one in Throgg's army. What did I want to get here, though? I guess temporarily we'll go for the growth building as well. Just go for the loot pile. We'll delete all the loot piles eventually anyway. Especially, I think we'll delete them when we got 333. We don't need to keep them in here for until all the way to 5, even though the growth is fairly slow. Maybe 1. I don't know, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. It doesn't really matter as much with the interior provinces as it does with the exterior ones, which need the room for the guard shacks and stuff. Okay, do we need to level these up? I mean, it's a little bit more cash and, more importantly, a little bit more growth. You know what? I don't want to level the edge provinces, though, because they're more likely to die. Let's upgrade Bjornling's Gathering, and then we're out of money. Okay, perfect. Now, here's the question. Will Harganeth ally with us?
I have rights to lead.
No, they won't. Okay. So I think here's what we do. They will probably like us joining the war against the Deadwood Sentinels. Yeah, moderate success rate. But I'm willing to bet that they'll like that eventually. So what we'll do is, once we have Wulfric up and running, which is going to be fairly soon, probably in the next couple of episodes. Is he even available yet? Well, let's just double check that. He'll be available in 2 turns, yeah, so we gotta get going to that. And then we'll send him up here, and then as soon as we've declared war on these guys with the help of, to help Harganeth, that will be a place for him to rank up and stuff, so that'll be nice. Anyway, let's end this turn. And we got more population surpluses that we probably won't be able to afford right now. What we really need to do is check for some... I remember there were 2 technologies that gave us public order all across the board, and I think we really need those right now. Felman Ingerson is done. Let's go... Yeah, we should really get these 2, shouldn't we? What are we doing right now? We're still in Blood-Fueled Hunger. Okay, we'll get that. I mean, the 8% Skinwolf, Ice Wolves, and Warhounds... It's okay. It's okay. I wish that it was those upgrades for trolls, but I can live with that. And then we'll go for these afterwards, just so we don't have to do all this amount of management. And you know what? There's this upgrade for fighting Empire, but it's only for Marauders. That's a little bit weak. There's a special upgrade specifically for fighting Telia. We're barely ever going to fight them. Oh, but the final upgrade of this is upkeep for all units regardless. That's actually not horrible. Huh. Okay, and what is this? Weapon strength plus 10. Is that for everything and everybody? Every character and every unit? I assume that's what this means. But obviously we need to occupy a lot of these territories like Altdorf and stuff to get those, so it's not really a huge deal right now because we can't access it anyway. So you, Throgg, how much do you regenerate out of the settlement? You're pretty good. These guys aren't full HP, but still pretty good. So I think what we can do is we can move all the way to the edge here, but not come out of the... not go out into the sea, and then we'll proceed to the Skull Island next turn. Yet another Skull Island. Alright, we got a little bit of cash. We're gonna need to spend it. I'm hoping we can find at least one of these warband camps that's ready to go into level 2. Oh, Hellspire Mountains, though. Grayling Moot. You know what we need to build here? We need to build one of these here. A Ruinous Altar for that public order, so we don't have to deal with it anymore. Okay, what about you? Okay, you also are gonna need a Ruinous Altar. I guess we're gonna need one everywhere. Which does make sense. Varkamp already has one in the lower level. I guess we're going to need the higher level of this. Does it actually provide us a huge bonus? Honestly, it doesn't. Oh, but it does increase capacity. At level... Yeah, at level 2 it increases the capacity for a second one of these Shaman Sorcerers, and we will want the Agents. But for now, of course, we're just going to go for Loot Pile here. And then there's Loot Piles here, but I don't want to spend the cash to upgrade them. I do, however, want to double check on this one and see what we're looking at here. Diabolic Splendor, Knowledgeable, what do we want to put in? This guy still has Disciplined. Man, I'm really hoping that there's one that just basically upgrades all trolls. I do like this one that has Armor, though. The melee attack is a little bit harsh, but +8 armor and +4 defense seems worth it. Do we have a lot of completely unarmored units? Trolls, well, the Ice Trolls have decent armor, the Norsken Trolls not so much. And even though the Norsken Trolls are a straight up... Wait, are they a straight up upgrade? I believe somebody was saying that they are a straight up upgrade, but that's a little bit unusual for SFO, I think. Let's see, we got 1690 versus 12090. Okay, so they are essentially a straight up upgrade. Usually what SFO does is like the Marauders with shields aren't a straight upgrade to Marauders without shields, for example, because those ones usually have more of a melee attack. That doesn't seem to be the case with Trolls. Huh. I wonder why. And they have less armor, less leadership. It's a little bit disappointing. I'm still gonna get maybe a second unit of these just for the flavor, just to have a variety of units in here. Anyway, let's end this turn as well. And I'll think about what sorcerer. I still kind of want a Lore of Metal in here.
You want to die now, or when my Ice Age comes?
Settle down, Throgg. Oh, Trace has declared war on us. Okay. I guess I'm kind of far away, but you know what? We should expect this. Everybody's going to do this. Everybody hates Norsca. And, yeah. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Oh, Gormandi tribe, you're going to do the same thing, aren't you? Yeah, they're going to do the same thing. They're pretty far from us, and they do have to go across all these territories. But this does mean we're going to have to sail over to them fairly soon. I'm going to be expecting a lot of these war decks. Let's see, Leaf Cutters have been destroyed. That's a little bit annoying because I wanted them to stay here and basically keep the Imperials busy while we did our own thing. And, oh, what? They're already here. Oh, damn. Oh, no. The Palace of Ruin is probably going to fall in. I don't think this army will hold here. And Wulfric's not ready to go yet. That's really unfortunate. Oh, yes, he is ready to go. Okay, you know what? Then we have to get Wulfric up here. I don't know whether it's going to be enough. If this is a full stack, he's probably not going to be able to hold himself. We can't recruit any regiments of renown. Well, I guess we could try to... Oh, wow, the recruitment for Berserkers is quite expensive as well. Oh, man. Okay, well, try to get some Marauders in here. It's going to spend all our cash. What might happen is just because we're sitting here recruiting, these guys might attack. And, hey, Wulfric has his, he has his horde buildings. Huh, I didn't think that still worked when you got him as a confederated lord. That's kind of interesting, actually. That's really gonna help. If he doesn't die here immediately. I mean, he can't die, but you know what I mean. Okay, well, there you go, Wolfie. It's gonna be the first test of your metal and your metal, and let's see. I guess Throgg can now move out into the sea. We are going to have to watch out for Trace, who have declared war on us, and the AI does like to focus the player, which means it's very possible that they'll immediately sail out here, despite the fact that they're probably going to be fighting with, that they should be fighting, rather, with the Scourge of Cain. Ah, man. And that also means we really need to defend the Isle of Wights. We can upgrade this, we just need the cash. Oh man, that's expensive though. Damn. Yeah, I was saying we need the guard shack here, because it's probably the most likely place that'll get attacked. Yeah, neither of these places will survive a full stack from a High Elf army. Okay, well, regardless, let's get Throgg out here and into the Skull Island next turn. Why didn't I go into March stance? Simply to save a little bit of extra cash on that. I really hope that this is not the one that spawns us a Necrofex Colossus, because our army hasn't really changed since last time, so we will still have a fairly tough time at dealing with it. Anyway, I guess that's all we can do this turn. And we really, after that, need to book it over here before Goromadni starts taking our territories. I expect more war decks coming in. Oh, here we go. Kathik probably going to do the exact same thing, and I think I saw a full stack on them. They're not actually fighting with anybody else. Oh, here we go, and I saw them sail out. Okay. You know what? Maybe we can meet them in the sea as well. I feel like I'd rather fight them in the sea, just because I don't want them to land. Okay, this is actually a weak army. Their main stack is over here, and wow, they have more than a full stack. I do wonder what's in here. Man, okay. Have to remember that Throgg is still very, very basic in terms of his army. Okay, so we got that rating still going. This guy didn't attack. He doesn't appear to have a full stack. Okay, so that allows Wulfric to stay on point. Unfortunately, our predicted income is trash right now. The question is, what can we do here? This guy probably... You know what?
Not a chance.
I'm thinking maybe if we go outside the settlement and set up an ambush, he might attack it and then we can reinforce. Just to destroy this particular army and stop it from raiding, because that's going to hurt our public order, and that's annoying because if these guys rebel, they'll rebel at the Fortress of the Damned, which is all the way over here, instead of at our favorite palace. Yeah, I think that's going to have to be it. Alright, Wulfric, go right here. Go into ambush stance. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hope that this works out. And then Throgg, you are going to have yourself a nice cinematic battle against a huge force of vampire coast units. Let's see which ones we're dealing with. Raid the Cove. Alright, what? 3 rotting leviathans? Excuse me? Okay. Well, the auto-resolve says we got a very good chance here, but that's pretty disgusting. What the hell are you doing, game? And 2 mortars, okay, well, this is not great, but we're obviously gonna fight this. This looks like a good time, even if we're probably going to lose some units through this. 3, really? At least they'll rout if we can get Throgg and his brother to kill their lord really quickly. Okay, well, let's do it. Alrighty, here we go. A second Skull Island to add to Throgg's connection. We have both some advantages from this particular set of spawns and some disadvantages. For one, they no longer have the 3 artillery pieces, and more importantly, they have replaced 2 of their carronades with 2 mortars, -1 mortar. So since they no longer have the carronades, they can't really target our large units as well, just our marauders, which is just fine. In addition to that, we also have the enemies spawn with woods behind them, which means that we can get our Norsken Ice Wolves and our Warhounds right in there and make use of that to go after their artillery as soon as they just settle down. We of course get our Frostworm to breathe on the enemy first thing. And there we go. It's a decent bit of damage. I decided to go after the zombie-powered gunnery mob because they have more range than we do, and I don't like them having that advantage. And then, of course, we get the hell out of there with the Frostworm. These guys appear to do quite a bit of damage to it, despite the fact that it's a fairly high-tier unit. Once again, the AI does seem to like sending units of Depth Guard up ahead of the main host. This one unit of Depth Guard in particular, I believe they do keep its 2 units of Depth Guard with pole arms, which should be that one and I want to say that one, yeah. All the way back, but these guys are going to charge right into Throgg, which is probably a bad idea. There you go. Puke right into the screen, Throgg. And these two are working in tandem. They do good work. I like keeping these two together, especially for these kind of battles. It's nice to see Throgg getting along with his little brother. Even if he's not an ice troll, but hey, they may be children of different worlds. Alrighty. Okay, so let's take a look at what's happening. Now, the artillery obviously getting immediately charged by the Norsken Warhounds and the Norsken Ice Wolves. These guys will melt. There's really nothing to see here, and despite the fact that I love the undead units in general, and love watching them go to work. Sorry, guys, but you're going to have to get destroyed here. So these artillery are not going to be any kind of threat. They've done basically no damage. They've done a little bit to this one Marauder unit, but other than that, aren't really anything to be concerned about. Throgg and his brother Throgg have obliterated these Depth Guard with the help of some of our Marauder Javelins. And of course, now, unlike the other time, the enemy battle line is going to assault us. They are going to move the entire force forward instead of sending their forces piecemeal, which is once again one of the disadvantages that we are going to suffer here. We do have our Skin Wolves ready to go as soon as the battle lines collide to flank the enemy because they're a glass cannon. We don't want them charging in like we want the our line holders as well as our ice trolls and regular trolls. And here we go, lines are colliding, worlds are colliding. And look at these glorious bastards. The Leviathans, of course, we target the first one with all of our anti-large units immediately. And one of the benefits, once again, of that lucky early game Tormentor Sword, I was able to stop the Leviathans for a few seconds so that they couldn't get their charge off. I think I only managed to stop these two, but that still worked out because this one gets wrecked quite fast. Oh, wait, there we go. Select the right one. Look at how fast its HP has dropped in the 30 seconds. And oh, wow, that guy went flying. I wonder if he's dead. Oh, that's an animation. Damn. Oh, that's unfortunate. He was all the way up in the air, too. He was having a good time until he got caught. That is an amazing animation. Love it. Oh, man. Oh, is he gonna get eaten now? That is brutal. I'm glad I caught that one. Man. The poor guy. Oh, my bad. Yummy. Well, at least you get a snack before you die, Leviathan, because this is the Leviathan that was getting wrecked, was it? No, actually, the one that's getting wrecked is over here. Never mind. Well, you get probably several snacks. This one is just going to straight up die, though. It's already crumbling, damage sustained. In the meantime, Throgg has arrived. The enemy lord is running from it, but runs right into the Norsken Warhounds, as well as the Ice Wolves, and then the... between Throgg and the Frostworm, this particular Fleet Admiral is not going anywhere. Is it Fleet Captain? No, it's Fleet Admiral. Alrighty. So let's watch this little fella get killed. He does have a pole arm, so you'd think he'd be doing okay, but since he's a generic lord against Throgg, that's not really going to help you, is it? Even though Throgg is still fairly low level, and there we go. It looked for a second like the Frostworm got that kill there. Exploded the poor fella. He lost his head, but you know, he's a vampire, so that maybe that head can still keep talking. I'm not entirely sure. And we do have our Ice Wolves now running in and attacking all the enemy range units with the help of the Skin Wolves. So they are working as pseudo-cav. We may not have the Marauder Horse Masters to do this sort of thing, but these guys do quite well. Eventually, we're probably going to replace the Doggos with the with nothing but Skin Wolves, since they do essentially the same job, but better. But I am going to have at least one army that's going to be fairly heavy with the Doggos. That's one of the reasons I don't want to name the Doggos or the Marauders, because Wulfric's army might have them, and another army might have them, but Throgg's army is going to have pretty much nothing but beasts, as it should be. So there we go. And ooh, nice! You can take these guys can take heads off with a single sweep of their claws. It's lovely. Just watching some Skin Wolves animations, since we haven't seen too many of them thus far. Smashing down to the ground. I believe these guys have a slight AoE. It's not huge, but it does allow them to get a little bit of extra damage. You can see the shockwave from their attacks as well. You guys in the back, get in there. Ain't doing nothing. Damn. Alright, let's take a look at the flanks. I think we're winning pretty much everywhere. Now that the enemy Vampire Lord has died, everybody is suffering attrition to... They're not crumbling quite yet, especially the Depth Guard. The Depth Guard are fine, but the regular units are definitely suffering. You can see the ones on the flanks here, the Zombie Pirate Deckhand Mob and this Zombie Pirate Deckhand Mob, both are starting to melt and crumble, even if the Depth Guard are not. The second Rotting Leviathan about to go down. Let's watch this animation happen. These anti-large javelins do very, very good work here. I guess that's why you want to bring them for your monster hunts. And there we go, the third one, and you know what? The third one, Throgg and the Frostworm are going to help. It looks like it also gets another snack in there, but with this level of focusing, it's going to get obliterated super quick, even quicker than the other ones. There you go, Throgg. I know you want to nom some of this. Especially since trolls can digest anything with their super acidic juices. There we go. Sorry, buddy. You were adorable. And let's see, I believe that's it. Let's see, just the Depth Guard remaining now. We're gonna have to charge them, but this battle is just about over. Throgg's brothers still holding the line to help these poor Marauders here, which aren't great at defeating them. And let's just watch the rest of the carnage here. Obviously, these guys are primarily gonna melt due to the crumbling, and they all drop pretty much simultaneously. And there we go. Last unit remaining. They're gonna drop just about the same here, probably before, just as Throgg gets here. There we go. Throgg and his pet. Oh, look at them standing there together. They had fun. Alrighty, so there we go. Alrighty, there we go. Another Skull Island down and 3 full Rotting Leviathans destroyed. That actually went pretty darn well with our losses only at 322, and of course our Marauder line taking the brunt of the enemy hits. I think Norsca is very, very well placed out of all the factions to deal with these guys very early on in particular, because we do have the Doggos to tie up and destroy their artillery, and then we have all the anti-large stuff to deal with the Rotting Leviathans, and then Throgg himself can distract anything really nasty like the Depth Guard, which would just obliterate our Marauders, as they're basically designed to annihilate chaff infantry like that. Anyway, that should make, 2.3k as well. Lovely. In addition to the 10k we got. So that's going to be very useful. We got some free casualties. Throgg should have definitely... Did he not level up off of that? Wow. Feels like he should have gotten more XP. That's a little bit disappointing. I thought that that thing would give us a lot more. Current experience required for next... Okay, fine. Has Throgg gotten his quest for his item yet? The Wintertooth crown begins at rank 9. Now, you know what? If you had leveled us up, game. Okay, well, that's fine. We need to get mutant regeneration. That's at rank 12. That's one of the things we should... Oh, we gotta start saving skill points now. Damn it, I should have started saving when hitting rank 8, not after rank 8. That's fine. It's fine, not a huge deal. What is a huge deal is dealing with these filthy High Elves. And it's possible that these guys have an army going out here anyway. And, oh, these guys aren't actually at war with the Scourge of Cain. That's interesting. Scourge of Cain is probably gonna die. Yeah, they've lost their armies and they're at 2. Oh, man. I wish that that particular Dark Elf faction would be able to stick around a little bit longer. But oh well. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to send Throgg up here to the Isle of Wights to fix himself up, and then we're going to try to meet these guys in the field or in the ocean over here. Hopefully, while we do that, these guys don't declare war on us and start taking these territories. But it's very, very possible. Let's upgrade this Watchtower to level 2. We can't get it to level 3. I feel like these are too expensive as they are right now. Sarl encampment. We definitely want to build our ruinous altar right there to fix you. Let's just take a look at the rest of this stuff while we're at it. Let's see. Bjornling's Gathering. You already have one, but it's the trash level 1-1. So what we're going to do is we're going to build one here anyway. And then we're going to destroy that one. You know what? Just destroy it immediately. That's fine. It's pointless to have it in this province, I feel. I mean, it's very limited how many buildings we can build here, and getting higher levels of this doesn't actually give us any higher levels of, doesn't give us any higher levels of public order, unfortunately. But the hero recruit rank, all provinces for shaman sorcerers isn't too bad, so we should spam these so we can recruit these guys at like level 20 right away. Speaking of shaman sorcerers, we should really check up on those guys, and I will do so in a second. But first, let's just double check if there's anything else we can upgrade for cheap right now. We should get all these level 1 buildings to level 2, just for the extra little bit of cash and growth. If nothing else, it's a cheap investment that pays for itself very, very quick. And those are the best kind. We should really switch these two around, shouldn't we? Build a ruinous altar here in the Varg camp, and then whatever, and then, yeah, fine. I'll do that in a second. Aghole Wastelands. Okay, Palace of Ruin. Okay, you know what? This didn't work, did it?
I am the wanderer.
Or did I do that this turn? I think I did that this turn. Okay, well, we'll see if it works next time. In the meantime, we should probably build this watchtower here, as this place is going to be defending a lot. We have the level 3 Ruinous Altar here, which are not going to get rid of right now. Let's just double check if there's anything... Oh, wait, I already checked that this turn. Damn. I keep hoping for another one of these... for another one of these guys to come up as soon as possible. Ooh, that's a lot of upgrades. There we go. A lot of cash out of that. Beautiful. Now, does everything here have a watchtower? So, Tower of Crack does. Bay of Blades does not. It's the only one. That probably means it's going to get attacked. If we have 4k saved up, we can upgrade it, though. Okay. Alright, Longship Grade, UV Yard, Ice Drake Fjord, and Doomkeep. Wait, Doomkeep? Oh, why did I build this in Doomkeep? Oh, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Doomkeep doesn't need it. Pack Ice Bay does. Pack Ice Bay does not have it because it has the Iron Mine, but that gives us 200 metal per turn. Okay, so we need to get that to level 3 before we lose it. What about over here? Citadel of Lead. I did say I wanted the Isle of Wights at level 3. It's an insane amount of cash to spend right now, but I think we have to do it just to build a defensive building here. You know what? If we're going over here, we might as well stop on by and take this mysterious island and this mysterious island as well. That's a free, I think it's 5k a piece, which is once again really going to help us. It is going to be a problem in terms of the Goramadni. And they're not at war with the with Krakadrak? What the hell are you doing, Krakadrak? You should be fighting these guys. Oh man, they're just going to be trekking across this territory and they're going to go for Winterpire. We can't defend Winterpire. That's unfortunate, because they're going to have a full stack in there. Oh well, what can you do? We'll retake it. We will retake it. I really wish you could switch capitals, but whatever. Let's end this turn. Obviously not much time remaining in this episode. Can you want to not... Oh, damn, that's not good. What? I was not expecting that, I gotta admit. What the hell, Harganeth? Minus 13 because of our great power. Okay, yeah, we got a lot of great power early on. Oh, man. Okay, well, Wolfric's gonna have his work cut out for him, isn't he? But hey, I love me a difficult campaign, so this is gonna be fun. we're gonna need to get some allies, and oh, that one did work out. That's kind of funny. We're gonna fight this. I don't think we need to do this cinematically. Mostly I just want to fight it to see Wulfric just toss some enemies around. Of course, since the last battle was a cinematic battle, I am going to have to make a little cut here to comment over that one and then go back to this, as you guys know is the system. So here we go, here's the cut. Alrighty, there we are, and here we go. I'm actually surprised that the ambush was successful, but I guess that's completely useless to us because Wulfric's tiny force is not going to really be able to get anything out of that ambush. The enemy does have some annoying units here. 3 Norsken Ice Wolves and 3 sets of... oh wow, what the hell is this? Okay, so it looks like we're gonna set up here then. We'll have our giant pile of marauders just hold the high ground. Oh well, not so giant pile of marauders hold the high ground. There we go, let's do that. Keep these guys in reserve. We can use Wulfric's Ice Fang to probably do some damage to the enemy here. Let's do that. And once again, I primarily just want to see the animations here. Right about here, and then our reinforcing line should be coming in quite quickly. Berserkers and champions, we can get some good use out of you guys. And you, get ready to use that Ice Fang. We want it off cooldown ASAP. And look at all these marauders coming in. Beautiful. Alright, you guys coming on here. Or come on in here. And then let's get you guys here. Wulfric, get your Ice Fang use out of the way. Let's see how much damage we can do here. And, oh, I wanted to see the animation, but I also didn't want you to get caught by those wolves. Ah, get back, buddy, get back. Oh, damn, I missed that because of the panic a little bit. Should have moved it through like that. Still did a little bit of damage. I mostly want to see the animation anyway. Ah, this guy's having a great time there. Alrighty. Oh, and Wulfric gets caught. Okay, my bad. My bad. Can you actually get out of this, Wulfric? I think you're fine. They appear to be running beside you. Oh, you know what? Maybe we move up these, these don't count as large units, do they? Wait, what are they doing? They ran in front of you now. Oh, let them out. Just let them out. Oh, that'll be really annoying. The enemy army is moving in. We also have this Lesser Norsken Spear Barrage. Let's check that out. I want to see how this does. Wulfric could probably do... Oh, okay, now there's a lot of these guys moving in. That's a little bit concerning. I may have made a mistake here. Wait, let's also move these guys up. Spears, come on up. I don't want to move these guys too much forward, but I do want Wulfric to survive. Let's see if he can't run back and then forward. I want to see the Spear Barrage. Oh, wow, it did, like, no damage. Okay, well, we'll see the second one in 90 seconds. Oh, okay, there, Wulfric's out, but he had to run towards another group to do it. Damn. Huh, I'm actually surprised how much damage they're doing to him. Are they armor piercing? How much damage do they do? Let's see, they have Frostbite. Their weapon strength is only 15 armor piercing. He has like 100 armor. Huh, that's actually pretty nice. We should get some more of these guys. Look at that. He has 121 armor, and they're doing very well. Okay, well, you guys help Wulfric out. Ah, man, so much for me just looking at the animations. Alright, let's, I mean, we can watch him hit a few of them. It's just that he's not having a great time here. There you go, he can hit, what, 5 at once? It looks like 5 were affected there. Okay, you know what, let's speed this up to normal now. Let's get our... Okay, you guys can come forward, you guys can come forward. Since this is not a battle that we can lose, we shouldn't really be all that concerned with regards to what we do here. Are these guys gonna just charge directly into this? You know what, tie them up, tie them up. There you go. Oh, wow. That's pretty nice. That's a nice animation. Okay, let's see. Wulfric, how you doing, buddy? Okay, a decent amount of them have died over here. And they're all facing away here. Manticore, you know what? You're doing a decent job, but we want you to lift off and deal with the other units. I want the Ice Wolves to go target the Marauder Hunter Javelins, and I want the Manticore to target these guys. You guys can come on in. Oh, the wolves are routing already. Okay, well, let's get our elite force in as well. In fact, move like this, so that our champions and our berserkers can just move on in and help Wulfric. And why is it so... Oh, right. I keep thinking, why is it so slow? Every time I do this. I guess this is why cinematic battles are better, because I can just focus on controlling the units and not have to worry about slowing it down to look at the animations. Alright, you guys charge in here. You guys charge in there. Wolfric looks like he's doing okay. Marauders. Okay, yeah, this is working pretty well. I mean, obviously we outnumber them pretty heftily. We got 11 seconds until we can get another Ice Fang going. Let's watch the battle unfold a little bit for at least 10 seconds before we pop that ability. And there we go. Hey, Wolfric, just hit some enemies, please. I literally didn't auto-resolve this just so I could watch you attack, buddy. There you go. A little bit of damage. I mean, really, we need to see him on his mammoth, not just on his, not just on this little horsey. Okay, let's see. Where are we gonna drop our abilities? Let's actually watch this. Let's actually watch this time. Oh wow, who's destroying you guys? Let's just help these wolves out for a second. Not that we care if they die because they're garrison, but once again. And there we go. Okay, this actually looks pretty neat. It's like Black Ark support coming down from the sky, but it does barely any damage, disappointingly. Alright, compared to, let's say, this. Wait, these are our units, aren't they? Yeah, these are... Oh, these are the champions. Okay, they're just gonna obliterate those guys. Where do we send this, then? I guess we do it, like, here. Hopefully we don't kill too many of our own champions. Oh, actually, most of the champions are here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's watch the ship fully this time. Okay, and yeah, once again, does quite a bit more damage than the other thing, decapitating a bunch of people. Imagine being decapitated by a random freaking ship coming out of a random portal. Although I suppose for Norskens that's just Tuesday, isn't it? They see weird stuff in the wastes all the time, or near the wastes. All right, there we go. And oh wow. This flank is actually not doing so well. Wolfric, take care of their lord, please. I guess I maybe sent a few too many units over here. Yeah, let's just not do that then. And you guys help out with us. There we go. Who's retreating? Who dares retreat? Berserkers, you go surround their lord and kill him. Oh, their lord is also on a steed. Let's watch this duel. The rest of this doesn't really matter. I guess we could see the animations of the Berserkers a little bit more, if they actually manage to hit anybody. Come on. I told you guys to go in. You're not in guard mode, are you? Oh, Berserker should never be in guard mode. Attack. Oh, there we go. They all jump on him. Oh, that's unfortunate. For the enemy. There we go. How much damage do they do, I wonder? Wolfric is actually at half HP. Once again, we don't care about any of these troops here. Although, you know what? We might care about Wolfric's troops, because now that we're at war with Harganneth... Are these guys ours? Come back here. Now that we're at war with Harganneth, we might need to be a little bit more careful, depending on where Harganneth goes, because they might once again just ignore the Deadwood Sentinels and go for us instead. There we go, those guys are done. You know what, let's just pop that there. And let's see, how are we going to get rid of you guys? Oh my god, these damn Marauder Horsemen. I knew they were going to be a problem. You know, let's just have the range units kill them. And Wolfric seems to have managed to kill that Lord, or at least the Berserkers did, our giant pile of units that I'm barely controlling, obviously. This is not a battle we can lose, so who gives a damn? Alright, and let's just watch a couple more animations. Throw some axes. Okay, you turn off skirmish mode, turn off guard mode, attack these guys, please. Yeah, the Norsken units in particular have a bad time, they don't really like to listen to you, the Norsken range units, when they're on skirmish and when they're on guard mode. Really need to keep in mind to turn that off for these guys. Because they just don't want to do what you're telling them to. Like, they were standing right there and they didn't want to turn around. I noticed this in the other battle. They were doing this all the time, and there goes the enemy army. You know what, we should probably chase them down. Oh, that's why I should have kept the, doggos around. Whoops. I did not think about that. Okay, the Berserkers hopefully run a little bit faster, right? How fast do the Berserkers run? We're just gonna watch them chase down a little bit. Let's see, we got a speed of 42 as compared to the 4. Wow, you don't run much faster than regular Marauders. I would think the Berserkers would be faster, but meh. Doesn't really matter. And these guys are just plain not gonna catch, are we? Yeah, for chaos, guys, for chaos. Let's see, where is the Manticore? Okay, you stop chasing the horsemen. You might be able to catch a few of these units. Let's speed it up to max. Nobody wants to see the chase going on. Let's see. These guys will at least die, so the Hmong will be weak. I am curious to see, after this win, will it count as a defeat of Norsken armies? Because it says we've won 5, and I feel like Throgg has won more than 5 battles in total. Ah, these guys are gonna get out. Damn, so close. Oh well, end the battle then. Screw it. I'm really interested to see whether that counted. Or whether Throgg needs to do it himself, or whether... I mean, Wulfric was the... He was the ambusher, it wasn't the settlement. So hopefully. Alright, come on, Wulfric. Yeah, it took a little bit of damage, but once again, it's not really that big of a deal. We will sacrifice the captives for the extra cash because we need a lot of it, and that will be the end of that particular turn. What do we have here? Oh, we can confederate the Hmong right now. Okay, here's the thing. Do we want to do that right now? I don't think so. I think we want to... Enemy faction leader is killed permanently. Does that mean we can't confederate them after, or does that mean they get a new faction leader? I want the 6,000 gold, and I want them to keep attacking us if we can farm them for money and stuff. And I really don't care about the diplomatic relations. You know what, let's execute the enemy warlord. Let's get that free cash. There we go. 6k is pretty damn nice. Now I'm really curious... So these guys...
Paltry hordes are no match
oh,
for the
they're...
bloodthirsty warriors of the tribes.
I'm pretty sure that's a marauder voice. It keeps the voice lines for their leader, but it uses a Fimir who really shouldn't sound like that. But hey, I'm not judging. Okay, let's see. These guys... Now, hopefully they don't realize that the Fortress of the Damned over here can't really defend itself. Setting up another ambush is pointless because they're not going to attack here. Ooh, Wulfric can upgrade another level of his Horde army. Oh, that's nice. But is it something we need right now? What we should do is... Oh, you can get the Marauder Horse Masters. We should really tech towards that. They're really useful, especially in the early game. And... Man, I feel... watch Harganeth ignore the Deadwood Sentinels and just go like this. That concerns me greatly. Unfortunately, we can't really afford any new units. You know what we'll do? We're gonna get a couple chariots in here. And they're twice as expensive. Ah, man. Twice as expensive is a little bit steep, though. Maybe we get one chariot at least. Because we need a pseudo-cav unit. A 1,400 gold investment. Well, whatever. We'll do that and get a couple of Marauder Hunters with Javelins in here. At least Wulfric leveled up. I want to see what the AI did to his skills. They got Thick-Skinned, which is kind of a waste of skill points, but whatever. They were going for Hail of Teeth. Probably a waste. Norsken Resilience. Income from raiding and cat... Well, he will be raiding probably somebody at some point. So yeah, sure. Infamous Marauder. Public Order is not a... That's not a waste. This Norsken Warhorse is a waste if it actually wasted skill points on it. I don't remember if SFO did that thing where we automatically get these without spending skill points, but I guess we'll find out. What else do we have here? Mammoth units. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have our early mammoths. Oh! Huh. It looks like Wolfie likes the Wolfies. Okay. Fervent creatures. Okay, we gotta get us some skin wolves into his army. Lovely. Definitely gonna be doing that. I guess you just gotta level up Deadly Blade to go for Foe Seeker here. Nothing else really stands out for me. What else do we have here? Upkeep. Caked in Blood. Income from raiding plus 40. Man, this guy has a lot of buffs to raiding, doesn't he? Go figure. We could go Despoilers as well if we really wanted to go through the blue line and just spam Raider upgrade. The thing is, I'm probably not going to go through the blue line for Throgg, but maybe we have enough points here on Wulfric to do that. I don't know yet. We definitely want to make him into a crazy strong fighter, especially when he's on his War Mammoth and he loses a lot of his armor and his melee defense. So we will need to buff a lot of this up to make him not die easily. The flying longship. Campaign movement range plus 25%. Yes. That's nice. The rest of this I don't really care about. I guess the Marauder Infantry will help us early on, but he does need to get to rank 12 before he can make any use of that anyway. And yes, let's just double check. Did this count? Vampire Coast, no. Secrets of the... Yes, that did count. Okay, beautiful. So Wulfric can just rack up wins against these guys. Alright, so that works for me. We also finished up our research. I am about to call this episode because we're out of time here, but I think we're going to go Champions of War immediately. I don't so much care about the post-battle loot thing. I very much care about these two public order things, though. Alrighty. And I mean, there's not enough time to do a lot of stuff, and clearly the battle for Trollfjord, you know what, I'll do the buildings between the episodes. The battle against the world has clearly begun. The war decks have begun. We have three new war decks. I guess the Hmong were an old war deck, but Hargenneth and 2 High Elves, and that's just this turn. I expect in another couple turns we're going to get a lot more. The Gormadni are marching on us, and yeah, this is looking like it's going to be a really fun campaign with lots of battles and a lot of back and forth, which I love. I really don't like snowballing early on because it makes the campaign so much less fun because you just feel invincible. And the challenge that this should present should be quite nice. We will need to keep in mind that Throgg and the Norskens in general love to raid and despoil, so we need to try to take some territories, try to sack some territories for a lot of free cash. Like, we could get 7k for attacking Kuran. I just don't think we can win the battle because it has a crazy garrison. And the Bretonnian settlements in general have crazy garrisons. Yeah, look how much they hate us. We know that Lewin is going to attack us very, very soon, so we need to build up all the defensive stuff here. I'm actually tempted to build up the defensive building in Trollfjord as well. Man, I don't want to go too crazy on the defenses, though. But maybe here. Oh well, okay, yeah, as I said, I will deal with the rest of the buildings between the episodes. There are no more skill points to assign, so next time, we are going to probably be fighting our first battle against the High Elves here. A full 20 stack. I'm a little bit concerned about it, because if there's like 10 archer units in here, we're gonna have a real problem dealing with them. Because we only have so many skin wolves, and so many units that can deal. Hopefully it's all basic stuff. Hopefully it's not like 19 Lothern Sea Guard, because we will get wrecked if that's the case. The anti-large plus the range, that is not something we can work with. But stay tuned next time to find out. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback, yada yada yada. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.